And the horses are on the track for the upcoming 8th race. The Dan Tisillo Memorial Pro-Am driving cases for the Pro-Am Driving Challenge. Number 1 is Stonebridge Grand, owned by Billy and Janice Abdelnour, driven by Billy Abdelnour. Number 2, Uncle Joe T, owned by the Fox Ridge Stable, and Carol Zemko, the driver Jay Randall. Number 3, Ginger Tree Will, owned by Bill Krikorian, driven by Todd Whitney. Number 4, Looking for Adventure, owned by Kathleen Brewer, driven by Nick Raffam. It's All About Mock, number 5, owned by Connie Benetti and John Coffey, driven by John Powers Jr. Number 6, Toe Tag, owned by Mike Cushing and Mr. Robin Gray, the driver Drew Campbell. Number 7, Burke's Bandit, owned by Lynn and Paul Silva. Paul Silva driving. And number 8, Rockin' with a Rhythm, owned by Barton and Bill Krikorian. Bruce Ranger in the... It is now post time. The horses are approaching the start. And they're off. There goes Ginger Tree Will out for the lead. Run alongside. Looking for Adventure down inside as Stonebridge Grand comes away in third. A gap of 2. Uncle Joe T racing in fourth, followed up by It's All About Mock. Then comes Toe Tag, Burke's Bandit, and true on the field, it's Rockin' with a Rhythm. Paddock turn the first time. It's Looking for Adventure on top here. Racing in second, Ginger Tree Will, as they pace by the opening quarter in 28 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Nick Raffam has Looking for Adventure at 5-2 on top by a length. Todd Whitney in the pocket here with Ginger Tree Will racing in second. Then comes Stonebridge Grand with Billy Abdelnour. Followed up by Uncle Joe T up on the outside. A Toe Tag now locked in. It's All About Mock, Burke's Bandit, and true on the field, Rockin' with a Rhythm as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Looking for Adventure on top by a length. In the pocket, Ginger Tree Will advancing on the outside with a rush. Here comes Uncle Joe T, now third and going up. Halftime goes in 57-4. They strain out down the backstretch. Looking for Adventure shows the way 3 parts of a length. Right there on the outside, Uncle Joe T, and Uncle Joe T on the outside takes command as they round the fourth turn. It's now Jay Randall on top with Uncle Joe T moving up on the outside. Racing in second, Ginger Tree Will. Looking for Adventure has given away back to third. 3/4 here in 127 flat. They round the final turn. Uncle Joe T leads it by a length. Ginger Tree Will giving chase, racing in second. Here comes Toe Tag moving up on the outside. He's now third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Uncle Joe T kicks away and leads by 2. Ginger Tree Will on the outside, followed by Toe Tag coming down to the wire. It's Uncle Joe T bearing down on the outside. Ginger Tree Will, deep stretch. It will be Uncle Joe T in front. Ginger Tree Will was second, Toe Tag third. Time for the mile, 1:57. Owned by the Fox Ridge Stable and Carol Zemko. Trained by Elisa Watson and driven to victory by Jay Randall. Driving Challenge. And the horses are on the track for the featured 9th race, a conditioned pacing event. The purse $25,000. For race number 9, number 1 is Sundown Kid, owned by Kevin G., Robert Kopech, and Randy Bickmore, driven by Matt Athern. And number 2, Mansom, owned by Bruce Weinstein, and Alicia Lafreniere, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 3 is Bagpipe Major, owned by Jan Dunaway, the driver Pat Curtin. Number 4, Adriano Hanover, owned by Gerald McKenzie Jr., driven by Bruce Ranger. Keystone Dakota, number 5, owned by Howard Jacobs, the driver Jay Randall. Number 6 is Always a Mickey, Owned by Joe Trice. The driver will be Drew Campbell. Number 7, Salad Jerry. Owned by Mike Raffam and Christopher Hamilton, driven by Nick Raffam. Number 8, Cigars and Port. Owned by the Fox Ridge Stable and Wally Watson. Wally Watson driving. And number 9, Ocean Colony. Owned by Megan Reynolds, Mike Stevenson in the sulky. It is now post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. On to the backstretch. Ninth race pacers in behind the gate. And they're a fast start for Sundown Kid. Sundown Kid out for the lead. Right alongside Mansom. Moving up on the outside. Always a Mickey comes away racing in third. Bagpipe Major is dropped in fourth. A length back to Adriano Hanover. Followed up by Keystone Dakota. Gap of 2, Salad Jerry. Then comes Cigars and Port Andrew on the field. It's Ocean Colony. Panicked on the first time. It's Sundown Kid. Sundown Kid leads it by a length. Opening quarter on the board goes in 27-1. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Marathon has Sundown Kid 2-1 on top by length. Mansom is second. Always a Mickey towards the inside, racing third. Underway on the outside. There goes Bagpipe Major, followed up by Adriano Hanover. Locked in towards the inside, Salad Jerry. There goes Keystone Dakota. Moving up on the outside, gap of a length and a half. Down inside, Cigars and Port Andrew on the field. It's Ocean Colony. Halftime goes in 57-1. They strain out down the backstretch. Sundown Kid continues to lead. Up on the outside, Bagpipe Major. Covered up towards the inside, Mansom chasing in third. Up on the outside, second over, Adriano Hanover. Locked in towards the inside, always a Mickey as they round the fourth turn. Sundown Kid has been there all the way. As they round that fourth turn, Sundown Kid 3 parts of a length. Bagpipe Major on the outside is second. Those two now heads apart, 3/4 on the board here in 125-2. They're on the final turn. Sundown Kid, 3 parts of a length. Bagpipe Major right there on the outside. Racing in second up on the outside, 3 wide. And gaining ground. Here comes Adriano Hanover. They're homeward bound. Sundown Kid set down for the stretch drive on the far outside. Here comes Adriano Hanover gaining ground from between horses. Mansom, Sundown Kid holds on. Time for the mile, 154 flat. Number 1, Sundown Kid. 5-year-old bay gelding by Sunshine Beach and of Well Pondered by Ponder. Owned by Kevin G., Robert Kopak, and Randy Bickmore. Trained by Randy Bickmore and driven to victory by Matty Ice, a third. Sundown Kid pacing the mile in 154 flat. And the horses are on the track for the 10th and final race, a condition pacing event. The purse $20,000. These are the pacers for race number 10. Number 1 is Bet You. Owned by Scott Dillon, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 2, Salt Life. Owned by Bruce Madison and Carmen Lamorta, driven by Nick Raffam. Number 3, Mickey You So Fine. Owned by Dominic Longobardi, the driver Drew Campbell. Number 4, Grand Gallop Simaloo, owned by Lawrence Huckins, driven by Dan Deslandes. Odds on Blockchain number 5, owned by the Royal Rock Racing Stable, and James McCaskey, driven by Jim Hardy. Number 6 is Skyway Victor, owned by Mark Eaton and Robert Griffin, driven by Matathern. Number 7, He's Poised to Pounce, owned by Anthony Gruppo and Tim Brzezowski, Kevin Switzer Jr. driving. And number 8, Higher Than an Eagle A, owned by the Harmon Racing Stable, Lightning 5 Racing Stable. It is now post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Nightcap Pacers in behind the gate, 10th and final here at Plainridge Park. And they're off Grand Gallop Similou sent out for the lead. On the outside, there goes He's Poised to Pounce down inside. Salt Life comes away racing third, far outside, Higher Than an Eagle A, followed up by Bet You. Length back, Mickey You So Fine. Then comes Odds On Blockchain. And trailing the field at Skyway Victor. Paddock turned the first time. He's Poised to Pounce on the front end. Opening corner on the board goes in 26 and 4. They're in the stretch for the first time. He's Poised to Pounce. On top by a length, right there in second, Grand Gallop Similou on the rim. Higher Than an Eagle A racing in third. Trapped in towards the inside, Salt Life is fourth. Mickey You So Fine up on the outside, followed by Bet You. Odds On Blockchain and trailing the field, Skyway Victor. As they swing around the clubhouse turn, He's Poised to Pounce in command. Pocket Trip, Grand Gallop Similou right there. Tucked in, racing in second on the rim. Higher Than an Eagle A racing in third. They're halfway home in 56 and 2. They straighten out down the backstretch. He's Poised to Pounce continues to lead. Grand Gallop Similou right there. In hot pursuit, racing in second up on the outside, 3 wide. There goes Mickey You So Fine. Mickey You So Fine up on the outside, now third. As they round the far turn, He's Poised to Pounce. 3 parts of a length. Shake a loose on the outside. Here comes Grand Gallop Similou to challenge for the lead. 3 quarters here in 125 and 1. They're on the final turn. Grand Gallop Similou on the outside takes command. He's Poised to Pounce back to second up on the outside. Odds On Blockchain racing third. They're at the top of the stretch. All heads are turned for home. Grand Gallop Similou has that lead. Odds On Blockchain on the outside. He's Poised to Pounce. In deep stretch, it will be Grand Gallop Similou in front. Time for the mile, 154 and 1. Returning to the winner's circle, number 4, Grand Gallop Similou. A 10-year-old big gelding by Rock and Roll Heaven. Out of Coqueluche, Similou by $1 Million Cam. Owned by Lawrence Huckins. Trained and driven to victory by Dan Deslandes. Grand Gallop Similou.